Okay, so I am entertaining myself through making videos of myself talking, which is very narcissistic, and I'm very sorry. But I found this thing, it's called 20 icebreaker questions, and I don't think I'll have time to go through all of them, but some of them are a little funny, and I thought I might think of funny answers. Okay. Okay, the first one's not that funny. If you could have an endless supply of any food, what would you get? Okay, that one's an easy one. I would eat strawberries or pomegranates. Okay, it'd either be a toss-up between strawberries or pomegranates, mostly because pomegranates have a lot of antioxidants and protein, I think. Or fiber? Yeah, fiber makes you very regular, and this girl needs to be regular. If you were an animal, what would you be and why? Listen, internet, why are you even asking me that question? You know I'd be a panda, and you know why I'd be a panda. Actually, I never really thought of why I'd be a panda. They eat green bamboo all day, which is cute. And plus, they're just so cuddly. Oh, where are my pandas? Oh, I have one panda right here. And another one right here. This one is named Isis. Actually, one of my friends named this little guy. I don't sleep with these guys anymore. I used to, but first of all, this one in the middle of the night, if you roll over, what am I, dog? He'll stare at you, and he looks like a Furby. He has those really big eyes, so he'll look at me and be like, whoa. And then, well, this one's cuddly. I just tend to put my hands in areas I shouldn't. By accident, of course. Okay, the next one. What is one goal you'd like to accomplish during your lifetime? Ooh, it's challenging. I've actually accomplished a lot of what I've already set out to accomplish. But if I could do one thing, it would probably be to start my own magazine. And I say that just because I've been an avid writer for, well, I would say like more professionally, for about 2 years now, through several things in and around Atlanta. So I'd say starting my own magazine. On what topic, I'm not really sure, but that is to be decided. When you were little, who was your favorite superhero and why? Ooh. You know, funny enough, I did not watch, well, I guess you don't watch superheroes. I didn't really watch cartoons. I thought Johnny Bravo was pretty cool, but he's not really a superhero. He's got like, I can't imitate him, but he has like that really nonchalant sort of, hey baby kind of thing. So, I really like him. That's not a good question. I should skip that one. Who is your hero? I'd say my hero is probably my sister. A lot of people who know me know that I really look up to my sister. She's probably one of the most honest people I know. She's also, we don't necessarily talk about the most personal things with each other, but she relates to me on a level that I've never really related with, with anyone else. So, and you know, she's only 20, so she's not that much older than I am, so I wouldn't really consider her necessarily a hero, but she is someone that I definitely look up to, and the sort of lifestyle that she lives at the moment is probably something that I would like to live when I'm 20. Okay, what is your favorite thing to do in the summer? Go to the zoo and look at pandas? Really, that is what I did all last summer. I had an event at the zoo, and I watched pandas for about 2 hours. I'm not much of a swimmer, and I dislike my pool because the people at my neighborhood pool look like raisins. They're all tan and wrinkly, and they give me the heebie-jeebies. So I'm not a big fan of the pool. However, when I went to the pool last summer, I met this guy who was working on the Three Musketeers movie, which I think came out already. So that was pretty exciting. Other than that, it's whale watching, and by whale watching, I mean, like, somewhat obese people. They're lovely people, though. They will strike up a conversation regardless of who you are. Okay, moving on. If they made a movie of your life, what would it be about, and which actor would you want to play you? Whew. Well, the obvious answer could be the fact that I lived in Japan and someone could have chronicled my life there. But I think it'd be more interesting to see how I evolved from living there until, I moved back to America. Because I really became a whole different person. In fact, I don't know. I feel like if I would have still been there, I probably would have been sort of a closed-minded person. And I probably would have still been caught up in the very superficial things of life. And moving here opened my eyes and was a big culture shock into the types of people that are out there, and whatnot. So I think it'd be more interesting. It might be interesting to do both, like compare and contrast, like what I was there to how I was in Japan to like how I am now. And who would I want to play? Well, it's a movie about me. I'll audition. If you were an ice cream flavor, which would you be and why? Considering vanilla is my favorite flavor of ice cream, I'd probably be vanilla. I like simplicity, and vanilla just speaks simplicity to me. It doesn't even have to have the white beans in it. Like, why white beans? It doesn't even have to have that. Who is your favorite cartoon character and why? Oh boy. Well, I mentioned Johnny Bravo, but wow, do I watch cartoons? Wow, it's been so long. Well, who I really love would be, the show I loved? Dexter's Laboratory. I loved it. The little man, his gloves, slipping his gloves right in, his purple, did he have purple hair or purple gloves, something? Just the lab coat was just such a turn on back then. But also that cartoon always reminds me of waking up really early in the morning in Japan before school. They would show a select few cartoons from America, and my sister and I would always wake up early so we could actually watch them. Okay, maybe this is the last one. If you could visit any place in the world, where would you choose to go and why? That's going to sound maybe like a cliche answer, but, I think I was able to travel to a number of different places, and I really thank my parents for that, and I thank the opportunity for that, but I think it'd be more interesting to kind of explore what I have in front of me, which would be exploring maybe a little bit more of Georgia, instead of feeling like I have to travel somewhere to find some sort of fulfillment. Because I'm sure there's a lot to do here that I just don't know about, or that I just haven't explored yet. That would be, something I might even be interested in, or I might find interesting. I might learn something. That about wraps it up, because now it's like 1:20 in the morning. Oh.